please don't forget to smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video. You can also check the description of this video and you'll find my compiled link featuring my Patreon, my trade binder, TCG player affiliate link, Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. So check all that out, and I will see you in the video. How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. We're doing a first thoughts today. This first thought is on Volo Guide to Monsters. This is a very cool commander. I'm super excited about this. I am 100% building this deck. I'm excited. This card is cool. It's kind of like anti-tribal. You just want to have a bunch of different creature types among the creatures in your deck, so that way you can get those clones off, so you can get the copies. It seems really good. But the fact that you can't have any humans or wizards getting copied is interesting. It's a good card, though, and I think that it's going to be very powerful and a lot of fun to play. You're going to end up playing a lot of cards that you typically don't, because you got to substitute in other cards because you want to get the clones. You want to get the copies. So it's cool. So the categories we're talking about are doublers, then some value creatures with interesting creature types, like uncommon creature types, some good token synergy cards, a bunch of one-off cards, the meme build, and in the 99. So starting up with the token doublers, Doubling Season, Parallel Lives, Primal Vigor, Adrix, and Nev. All these auto includes. What's better than having two of the same creature than three of them? Seems really good. So next, we're going to talk about some really good creatures, some value cards that have a creature type that's not very common. Like it's probably one of the best the best cards of that creature type that you can put in this deck. So we got Amphin Mutineer, we've got Terastodon, Fairy Artisans, Acidic Slime, Wormcoil Engine, Tendershoot Dryad, Birds of Paradise. Also, I feel like Mana Dorks are going to be the best way to ramp in this deck because you're going to get double of them. So that seems pretty good. Peregrine Drake, Solemn Simulacrum, Consecrated Sphinx, Uro, Phantasmal Image, Wandering Archaic, Scoot Swarm, Murkfiend Liege, Tidespout Tyrant, End-Raised Forerunners, which can just end the game for you, Sylvan Caryatid, and Torrential Gearhulk. All those seem like great includes in this deck because they're very unique creature types. They're cards that don't, like, you're not going to have a lot of golems or a lot of elephants in your deck. So these are really good cards for that. You're going to get the double trigger. It's great. Some good token synergies include Combine Chrysalis. I actually should have pulled this card up because I know it gives flying, but I don't remember what else this thing does. You can also sacrifice a token to create a 4/4 beast. So just you can turn bad token into something bigger if you need to. That's not bad. Curiosity Crafter. I guess it's a human wizard, but it does have a good synergy because of the fact, or a bird wizard. Yes, it's a wizard, so you're not going to be able to get the token copy, but it's got good synergy letting you draw cards off your tokens. And a no maximum hand size is nice. Then Essex Fractal Bloom. This card seems great. Being able to turn, like if you play late game, say you play your Birds of Paradise after you already played a Terastodon, you can make it so that token copy, instead of it being a bird, is a Terastodon. That seems fantastic. Now off to the one-off cards. So we got a lot of card draw that you can throw in this deck. You've got Beast Whisperer, Lifecrafter's Bestiary, Primordial Sage, the Great Henge, and Zendikar Resurgent, and Guardian Project. All of those seem like great includes for extra card draw. Then you've got another way to make extra tokens, being Helm of the Host, both the Sakashimas and Spark Double, so that way you can just make extra Volos and get the trigger more than once. That seems great. Also, Lonus seems pretty good in this deck. It is 3 creature types, which is a little annoying, but that like creatures entering the battlefield investigate is a pretty good trigger, and it seems like it could be worthwhile. Shrieking Drake is really cool because you can pay 1 mana, play Shrieking Drake, and it bounces to your hand, and then you get a token copy of it, so that's kind of cool. I did just realize that you can't just keep doing that because you'll have Drakes in play, but it makes it so you have like a 1 mana infinite jump blocker, which seems pretty good. With a lot of these creatures, are going to have like enters the battlefield effects and stuff like that. So cards like Dots of Deep Dwelling and Deadeye Navigator seem pretty great. And Temur Sabertooth lets you recast them, so that way you can get extra value. Like say like the token dies and you bounce the original to your hand after a board wipe or something, then you can replay it and get that token again. That seems great. There's Riptide Shapeshifter, which is disgusting in this deck. So, because you're going to be doing anti-tribal, because there's so many different creature types in your deck and there's going to be so many one-off creature types, you use Riptide Shapeshifter to go and get any creature out of your deck just by naming the creature type that you want specifically. So you can be like, oh, that's a very problematic permanent over there. I'm going to name Elephant and go and get Terastodon into play. That seems fantastic. That's really good synergy. Another cool synergy is Phyrexian Dreadnought. So you cast it for 1 mana and you get 2 12/12s. And they both say sacrifice 12 power or sacrifice Dreadnought. So you sacrifice the token to the original and boom, you've got a 1 mana 12/12. That's great. That seems powerful. And now on to the meme build. The meme build for this deck is actually going to be Clone Tribal, because it's some good synergies of clones, because when clones enter the battlefield, they enter as a copy of whatever creature they're copying. So, when you cast a clone, it'll be a shapeshifter on the stack, or a, like, something similar to that on the stack. It'll have its original creature type on the stack. And then enters the battlefield as a different creature type. So, anything on the battlefield is not going to be a shapeshifter or an illusion, but your thing on the stack will be, so you get the copy. And you can just, like, do that every time. You just copy different things, and, like, you'll always be able to get the copy because of the fact that you're just not going to have a shapeshifter in play. That seems pretty fun. I actually really like that idea, and it seems cool. Also, but doing that, you are going to need Graveyard Hate, self-Graveyard Hate specifically, so that way you can keep the shapeshifters and whatnot out of your graveyard. So there's some cards that work really well with that, being Bearscape, Fungal Plots, and Scavenging Ooze, which give you upside to remove creatures from your graveyard. But there's not a ton of cards like that, so you're going to want to run, like, Relic of Progenitus and cards like that, just anything to really eat cards out of your graveyard so you can get rid of the shapeshifter. So it's a little roundabout in that manner, but it's really cool, the synergy that that clones have with Volo. I like that a lot. And lastly, we're on to In the 99. Ajax and Nev, this seems like an auto include, so that way you just get extra tokens. And Riku, Lonis, any deck that's really just value creature-based decks that are going to have a good number of different types of creatures, this seems great in. So you definitely have to look at the creature typings of all the creatures in your deck before you just slot this thing in. But if it's pretty well varied, then you could definitely find a spot for this, and he can put in a lot of work, and I think he's very interesting in that manner. I'm probably going to try to find a spot for him inside of my Lonis deck. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Peace out, everybody.